Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Big Top. All right. Now, I've been working on this thing. I got good transfer port. I got good exhaust. I got just a little bit of skirt showing there that I'll take off, but I'm left with this big gap right here. Not gap, but real heavy squash, real thick squash. Now, a gentleman posted some comments, which I enjoy the comments. I really do. He said his head's really no good, and he's right. They say it does overheat, but I do notice one thing about it. Right in between here, these very little fins, and fortunately I have a lathe, which helps me out a lot. So I'm going to chuck this, and I'm going to cut these down, because I can go all the way to this bolt hole, or right to this bolt hole, and make those a little bit better. All this is about experimentation. Trust me, buying a whole new motor, the jug is 20 bucks. You can buy a modified jug for 50, 60 bucks, I guess. Or maybe even less, I don't know. I haven't really looked that hard on it. He is right about this. But the reason I got it, I can cut these down to where, and like I said, almost to this right here. So that's a lot if you looked at it. He also made mention of the banana pipe, which everything he said about that was absolutely true. But I bought it for the cones. Buying the 80cc dirt bike pipe is a good idea, but I don't like the idea of it coming up like that. I'm kind of wanting everything to stay at the bottom and run out, you know, away from the crank and everything else. I really don't want that hot pipe up behind the leg. So it's all about experimentation, and that's where we're going with this. Now, this big, huge squash I got right here, you know what it's time for? It's time for fly cutting. Okay, I make the first pass with no problem, and then I make the second pass with really no problem. But when I started to go into the third pass is whenever I encountered a little glitch. And like I said, the second one went good, and it was cleaning up pretty too. Really don't know what happened, but I kind of think, well, it just vibrated loose a little bit, and it got into it a little bit harder. But the beginning of the third pass here is where I encounter a small glitch.